S-E-X. The word sex is common in the Western world. A word as normal as house or vacation. The word triggers little to no emotion in a person. It's just a word, as any other word. So what's happening to men where the opposite is the case? Where even the word is taboo and having a girlfriend only exists in your dreams. In the West, we're confronted by the topic in our everyday lives. Willingly or unwillingly, we're always surrounded. Here is an interpretation of Leonardo da Vinci. What happens inside the body during vaginal intercourse? History is full of erotic depictions. Since sex is essential for the human species to survive, how will it affect a society where the word alone is despicable? What happens when it's called taboo and young girls and boys are left alone with their sexuality? If we just pretend it doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist. Will the strategy work, or will that just increase the problem? If the topic triggers you in any way, I suggest you turn off the video. In the West, today sex is normalized, even too normal and over-sexualized, which can also have negative effects on the youth, such as porn addiction, STDs, gender confusion, and unwanted pregnancy. But what happens in a conservative society? Most young adults know nothing about the male or female biology. Prostitution is illegal. It does exist, but it's super expensive and super rare and super dangerous. So what is the solution for those men? Secrets they don't want you to know. Bachabas or Bachabazi, translated to boy play. Bachabazi is a practice in which men buy and keep adolescent boys for entertainment and sex. Some boys prostitute themselves due to poverty. Others are forced into sexual slavery and child prostitution by older men. According to German ethnographic research, the phenomenon is up to 1,000 years old. As far as back as the 9th or 10th century, the mountainous regions that are now northern Afghanistan were known for this practice. Afghanistan stated they were unable to end such practices and that many of the men involved in Bachabazi were powerful and well-armed warlords. US government forces in Afghanistan after the invasion of the country reportedly deliberately ignored Bachabazi abuse by Afghan allies. This caused controversy. The US military responded by claiming the abuse was largely the responsibility of the local Afghan government. So for centuries, Afghan men have taken boys roughly 9 to 15 years old as lovers. Some research suggests that half the Pashtun tribal members in Kandahar and other southern towns are Bachabas. Having a boy has become a custom for us. Whoever wants to show off should have a boy, says Inayatullah, a 42-year-old in Baghlan province. Baghlan province is in the northeast, but Afghans say pedophilia is the most prevalent among Pashtun men in the south. The Pashtun are Afghanistan's most important tribe. For centuries, the nation's leaders have been Pashtun. In Kandahar, population about 500,000, and other towns, dance parties are a popular, often weekly, pastime. Young boys dress up as girls, wearing makeup and bells on their feet, and dance for a dozen or more leering middle-aged men who throw money at them and take them home. It's absolutely disgusting and sad. Men cannot talk to an unrelated woman until after proposing marriage. Before then, they can't even look at a woman except perhaps her feet. Otherwise, she is covered head to ankle. So just dress up a boy in a girl's dress and let it be a girl. Sounds familiar, huh?
I will never forget what these people did to me as long as I live. I've lost my mind. I'm biting my nails all the time. I have psychological problems.
The police don't ask why we're doing it, but they threaten to arrest us. Many times they've demanded we dance and have sex with them or give them money.
As I said in the beginning of the video, prostitutes are rare and very, very expensive, and also very, very hard to find. And since it's illegal, it's also dangerous. Don't be mistaken, these countries proceed differently than any Western country. Turkey is not even that strict, right? Fly over and ask where you can get some of the green stuff. You may end up in jail just for asking. The Western world has a problem by over-sexualizing the youth, but the other extreme is obviously no solution, but one sicker than the other.